here we are, and we are going to talk about cars. So first of all, we need to get about the definition of cars. So car, its nickname is automobile. It's a wheel motor vehicle used for transportation. Yeah. So this is the benefits and jobs of the car. They run primarily on roads. They have seat minimum from one person and maximum to 8 people is sitting in a car, and it have 4 tires. That's usual. Cars have 4 tires, and the cars, they are mostly used to transport people more than goods because of the space. Because if you get into the car and you enter the car, you will see that the seats, the spaces of people are more than the spaces and the seats of goods. Because usually the place where you put goods in the car is behind the car, behind the seat of the people there. There are cars that have small place, for small space for transporting goods rather than the Jeep car. Jeep car have bigger space, as we know that. And there are nowadays newer cars, bigger cars, a little bit smaller than Jeep, that the place for transporting goods is bigger. But anyway, the main thing we know that the space for transporting people, seats, bigger than for transporting goods. But if you want to compare it to the truck, as you have seen, truck is mostly used for transporting goods. It's because behind the truck it have very big space to transport goods, especially the heavy ones. And if you get into the truck, you will see that there are only a few seats for people to sit there, and bigger space for goods. But cars are opposite than trucks, as we have known that. So let's continue. So before the 20th century, there weren't any cars. The cars came in 20th century, like in the 90s, cars came. But according to the book of somewhere, the first car has been invented in 1881. Yes. So cars have been invented by a German inventor, Carl Benz. He gave a very good idea about cars. So cars is creating economy to the company. The company that make cars and sell to the people, and people buy. The money goes to the company. So that's a good idea. It's benefit for the economy. There are expensive cars, like there are $16,000 cars nowadays, $18,000 and upper, $100, $100,000. There are $16,000, $18,000 cars, and there are $100,000 cars and more than that, like $300 cars. So it's a lot. It brings a lot of money to the company. So it made the company in a way to get a lot of money. I heard that about the fact of Lamborghini, as we have know that Lamborghini is a luxury car, rich car, expensive car, very expensive car. Most of the people that buy it for race. Some they buy it for traveling from place to place. And its option, design, and those things made it expensive. It's up to how the company make the car. It depends on what price it brings for them, from the way that the car has been created. If the car shows looking old, it will be cheap. But if the car shows beautiful, wonderful, luxury, expensive, nice design, that means the car is expensive. We see that from the design. But we have know that European cars, the first year of the car, so expensive. It's more than $200,000. So by 20th century, if on that time the cars have been invented, it became widely popular. So it spread around the world. Yeah, it spread all around the world. Even my country have a lot of cars. If you go in the roads of my country, you will see too much traffic in the highways and roads because there are a lot of cars there. But some highways, trucks are more than cars. One whole lane are for trucks, as we have know that. So there's a kind of car. Its model is 1908 Model T. It's an American car, afforded by the Ford company, as we have know that. The first car company is Ford car. Then Toyota by 1932, something like that. So, as we have know that, the first cars that have invented, yeah, it's coming from the combustion of fossil fuels. Means it's bringing out gas, it's using petrol, oil, battery, and those things. It's a complex system of car, yeah. Then year by year, generation by generation, they're making a car in a way that they don't use too much fossil fuel, don't use too much combustion. So they are planning to build a hybrid car to make a hybrid car, then electrical car, then atomic car, watery car. It's a lot of benefit to people. As we have know that global warming, it's increasing year by year, and the climate in each and every country is getting warmer and warmer, since the ozone layer is getting thinner and thinner because of the smoke, gases from fossil fuel, and people smoking, and there are those stuffs, chemical like that. So it's from chemical change, chemical reaction that destroys the ozone layer. As we have known that in Australia there are holes in the ozone layer. So if you go to Australia, you will see animals dying there because there's ultraviolet ray from the sun, very strong ray, is hitting to the ground of Australia. If a species go into that hole, stay on that hole, they will die because they will be burned out because of that ray. So cars, they have variety of controls. So we know that they have lights. That's very common for the cars. Then it have seat for driver, then seat for passenger. It have driving gear and parking gear, and also reversing gear, and there are other gears also. There are two types of transmission: automatic transmission and manual transmission. So not only that, it have also other features. So that's what makes it more complex. The car made the car more complex. Rear camera for looking at the back while you're driving. You see what's behind you. So in place if you look behind, you look at the camera, so you know where to go while you are reversing, going back. Yeah. Not only that, it have also air conditioner, AC. I just now on it my room to cool down here. because while I wasn't in my room, the temperature in my room was 36 degree and also was 38, 39. Yeah. It had navigation system because there are people that they don't know the place and they are getting lost. They don't know where to go, so they are lost. So that's why they create a navigation system. They don't get lost, and to get them into their destination, to get them into the way, to get them into the specific place that they want, that they don't be lost. And it also includes entertainments. You have games, musics, videos, those entertainments that make people happy. While they are in the car, they are happy. If there's no entertainment, people won't be happy. They will just be in sadness while driving the car. But anyway, they need cars. So the cars, they started advertising the cars and became commercially known in 2008. So take note that the earliest car ever, it was an electric car. It's using too much electricity, so they cancelled it. So they started making cars that uses fossil fuels, and they are planning to improve the electric cars. So in the future, we're going to have the electric cars again. So as you know that cars brings money. The money comes from buying the vehicles and interesting payments if the car is financed. Also, it brings money from repairs and maintenance. For example, the car is damaged. You crash into somewhere and the car in front of it is a little destroyed, or it got scratched, crashed, something like that, or its engine is overloaded. You take it to the shop. They will get money from you in order to fix it. They will not fix it until they get money from you. So the money that they got for repairing, it goes to the company of the car. So that's a lot of benefit on economic beings. So the amount of fuel you use. For example, there is a station for putting petrol inside the car. For example, your car doesn't have petrol and you go there. You give money and they will put petrol for you. So that money for putting the petrol goes to the company, even though it is. Because the car came from that specific companies, so the money from petrol, repairing, buying car, and those that we have here, like a depreciation, driving time, parking fees, taxes and insurance goes to the company. You should pay taxes. If you pay taxes, you won't have car. Each and every stuff that you buy have tax and insurance, so you have to pay for taxes and insurances. So the cost to society includes the roads, land use, road congestion, air pollution, public health, healthcare, and disposing of the vehicle at the end of its life. So the cost that's going to society, they have to pay for air pollution. Why are they creating pollution in the air? That's destroying the ozone layer to bring warmer air. It's killing us like that. So they have to pay for that. Why are they doing that? There are some trucks that brings a lot of black smoke, black fossil fuels. You have to pay a lot of money for that. Why did they do that? So one of the accidents, the largest accidents that you have ever seen in your life while driving a car, very common accident, is the road traffic accidents. You crash into somewhere, it's very common. There are a lot of people that they crash on the roads and highways, that they injure themselves into the death, and they are alive again. So the benefits, the company and the people, it includes on-demand transportation, mobility, independence, and convenience. It convinces people to buy the car. Yeah. So the social benefits include economic benefits such as job and wealth creation from the automotive industry, transportation provision, societal well-being from leisure and travel opportunities, and revenue generation from the taxes. So the company itself is not making car. There are people that they are making cars in the company. They are working for the company. Nowadays they are using machines, robots, probably, to make cars. They don't need people anymore because, as we have known, those machines, they make very accurate cars. So the people are the ones that they make cars, not the company itself. For example, the room, a place. For example, the place shake until they create cars. It's so imagine it like that. There are people inside the company, but you don't see them unless there are people taking video what's inside the company. Yeah. So, for example, you want to get a job, you want to work in a car company. You can either select what car company you want, or you create your own. That company that you are working in will bring for you a lot of money, job and wealth, yeah, for your health. So even not only the money from the company you get also money from the taxes, because there are people they are paying for taxes and insurance. You will get money from it as you are working in there. The money will not only go to you, it will also go to your boss, the owner of the company. So people's ability to move flexibility from place to place has far-reaching implications for the nation's societies. There's a fact that I want to share with you. There are 1 billion cars in use worldwide. Till now in this world. 1 billion people are using cars now. Most of the people that are using cars are Chinese, Indians, and the other industrial countries. So China and India, as we have know that, they rapidly increase population. They increase so fast, faster than America even, their population, because so many people go there, so many people born in there. So yeah, that's it for the speech, and thank you for participating in the speech. So if you have anything to say, just comment down below about my speech. If you are interested in this speech, put thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, or you didn't like the speech I told you didn't understand what I said, thumbs down. So in this channel, not only this category, it have a lot of different categories that you will see in my YouTube channel if you subscribe below in my YouTube channel. Yes. So that's it. See you and goodbye. See you.